What's up guys and welcome to my channel, Flame Over 4. In this issue 13 from Build the Terminator T-800, we're going to be assembling the neck and the right finger component. You want to make sure your pieces are there. You want to have the neck right, the large neck left and the large neck right, small neck left, small neck right, 5 of the screws and 1 spare, right forefinger A, right forefinger B and right forefinger C, finger connector A and finger connector B. Also something new in this issue, which is the rubber sleeve. You will need to connect 11-1 to 11-2, 11-3. That just lines up like so, and then you will need to use a 13-6, which is just screws. You can't get these screws wrong because you only get one type of screw in this, and that is held in there. So I want to tighten that up nicely. The neck section is only plastic, so make sure you don't over tighten that, and it is going into a plastic housing for the neck. So this is kind of like the swivel for the neck. You will need the bottom of the jaw for this, which is in a previous issue again, and you will need to grab the piece that was from issue 11, which is the other side of the neck, which we'll be getting to in a moment. Here I am just moving the neck around because it wasn't in position to line it up for the screw, so I just had to swivel it around. It is quite stiff, but you know what, I do like that about the build, because on this part, unlike the fingers, it's really like hard to put it into position. So if you wanted to pose it or put it into a position once it's actually built, you'll be able to do that with ease, as opposed to the fingers, which the solution has come. And you know, Hachette have seen that there was a problem with the fingers and they've dealt with it. So there you go. That's the neck, guys. Look at that. So that is the neck attached to the bottom jaw. It's starting to come along really nicely. That is just making this build look fantastic. It's just absolutely amazing. I do love this. So much detail has gone into this, you know. It's making the build worth it. And, you know, I haven't gone down the weathering side or anything like that. But if I want to do that, you know, that's something that I can choose to do further on. But at the moment, I'm just so excited about getting it constructed. Right, you will need to go take the, we need to take 11-13, and you will need to connect that on the opposite side. It should just slide in and sort of line up and go into place. It's really flush. Like, this is mass produced, and the fact that it's mass produced, you cannot tell that, because the way the lines line up, everything slots in just perfect, and that is what you want from a build like this. You just want the quality, and there you go. So the other 2 screws go in the other side. So there's 2 more of the 13-6s, which I will show you where that is right now. So just 1 in there and 1 in that section, and then the neck is complete. So that is the part of the neck. You can move it around. So as you see here, you can move the head into position. Like I said, it is quite stiff, but again, that is some quality right there, that it's like that, because what you want is you want it to be hard and not flopping around, because that is just such a great thing. Right, guys, so we're going to now move on to putting these little plates in. So the plates here come off that casing. So they are in sort of like 13-2, 13-4, 13-5, and 13-3 are held in with a casing. What I did, because they leave over little tabs on the side, I just got a Stanley blade. You can use a Stanley knife or a crafting knife or something that, you know, is safe. And just be careful with your fingers, but gently sort of like ease it off without taking too much of the paint off, just so that you get more of a flush design. Because you know what, these Terminators are built, you know, by Skynet, and they're really pristine, and they're built by, you know, trained people that are really sort of, you know, putting these together with skill. And you want to make sure that your Terminator looks fresh off the, you know, fresh off the conveyor belt, fresh off the out of the factory, and that's exactly what I'm going for here. So right, so these are quite easy to do, to be fair, guys. This 13-2, 13-4, 13-3, and 13-5 just slot in. You don't even need any glue. I tried to take them off afterwards to see if they needed some super glue, but they don't. They sit in there really well. I just pushed them in place, just like you can see there, and they're held in really well. They don't need any glue at all. I mean, I don't know if you guys have the same thing or whether you had any trouble with it, but just let me know if you do, guys. Right, here we go, guys. We're now getting on to the part with the finger. So the finger joint is quite easy to do. You just put the fingertip on the end. You will need a little bit of super glue because those fingertips tend to fly off because they don't want to stay on. And you will need to put this little rubber housing over the top, which is 13-10, which is the pin. 13-12 is the rubber housing that pushes over the top and pushes through 13-8 and goes in through 13-9 and held together. You have to now super glue the top of the pin in. So the 13-11, you have to put a tiny bit of super glue on the top. With this pen super glue that I've got here, it makes it really easy to do, very precision as well. So that is a nice sort of super glue where you don't squeeze the end and then it all comes out and goes over the place. It just gives you the amount you need, and it's gel as well. So it takes a little bit longer to go off, but in the long run looks very nice. So there you go. So now with the fingers, you know, they are a lot stiffer, so we're going to be able to position them. I'm pretty sure that they're the fingers from before, that they're not great, are they? So I'm sure that Hachette are going to provide us with, you know, the pins and the rubber mountings to just be able to install the other fingers so we can do it. But if not, I'm sure it wouldn't be too hard for us to get hold of a bit of tubing so that we could do that idea ourselves. But, you know, let's just see what happens when we come along. So that was just the finished design there. So that's the neck and the bottom jaw all assembled all together. We will go through the magazine just quickly. So it's going on about the thing, saying a little bit about film data blast, talking a little bit about the 1950s vision of the future, and then we'll be back again, guys, to construct more of the forearm and add another finger to the right hand. Please like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care now.